Hey guys, this is Jenna with Hill Valley Farm, and on May 20th, Kaden and I loaded up the goats and we went to Cookeville, Tennessee for the Southern Showdown Dairy Goat Show. And so I wanted to share with you how we did and what's up next for us in the way of the show world. So let's get started. So, as promised, we are going to go through the placings that we do know. I don't know every placing, but at least I can give you an idea of what it looked like. So, let's get started. First thing that we did was the youth show and showmanship. So, showmanship clinic was first, and then right after that was the showmanship classes. Caden did well, he came in third in his class. Hill Valley or the Sea to Sky. There was a ring 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I do not know the placings on any of hers except for the second day, which ended up being 10th out of a total of 14. Hill Valley Isabella, about the same in ring 1, 2, and 3. I really do not know, but in the fourth ring, she got 9th out of 14, and she looked really good during this show. However, she had issues with setting up, so we're going to be working on that. This is actually an old picture of the Hill Valley Z Lila Grace. Lila did much better this year, I feel, in the very beginning of the show season than she did last year. There she is, laying down on the job there. But she did well. She got 7 out of a very, very large class of 3-year-olds. And so I felt like her udder had filled really well. She looked a lot better than she did last year. And I was just pleased with how this one did. Obviously, we want to move up in the line, but she's doing pretty good. Gloria ended up doing one better than Lila. She got 6th place in one of the rings. And again, very large class, and she just really did very well, very dairy, commended on her strength, her legs, her dairiness. So we were pleased with that. Rolling Meadows J. Mary Mercy did well. She ended up getting 10th place in the large 3-year-old class in that last ring. She got 4th place on Saturday when she was in, I believe it was the second ring that she got into. Anyway, she was really commended on her dairy strength, her capacity. Everything about this girl screams dairy, and I mean, just take a look at the udder and the teats, and if you could feel her skin, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. So she was commended on her dairy strength, so that was really good. Corey's Fancy Karma was in the 4-year-old class, very, very competitive 4-year-old class. She ended up not doing well in the show. All 4 rings, she was really at the end. Karma is very at a big disadvantage because she is a second freshener as a 4-year-old. She's just really behind, and after not coming into milk initially, it's just really kind of thrown her. So we're hoping for better in the future, and we'll just keep working. Again, Tuscany was in the 4-year-old class as well, like Karma. And just like Karma, she really struggled, mainly because she just didn't have her fill like she should. And so therefore, she just didn't place where she should have. But the girl is powerful and beautiful, blends well, smooth. So we're still hoping for some good things out of her. Vista Oaks Risky Business. This girl was the star of the weekend for us and our herd. In 2 of the 4 rings, she won 2nd place, and in 1 ring, she was 1st place in her class. She went into the grand champion line, and she ended up getting beat by a 2-year-old from a very well-known herd who even competes in the nationals. So while she did not win grand, she was also beat in reserve by their 2-year-old doe. We are so super, super excited and happy with how Risky performed, and we look forward to continuing to show her. She did win Best Udder in one of the rings as well. Hill Valley Butterfly Effect did actually really well in the dry yearling class. Huge class of yearlings. She ended up getting seventh in one of the rings on Saturday, but in the youth show, she finished actually after, like I was saying before, one of the very well known breeders in their doe in the youth show. She finished right behind them. So we were really actually very happy with that. Hill Valley Spindelly, also known as Ellie, did not do well during the weekend. She got cut from her class. They took the top 10 out of it, and it was just a humongous class, and I just feel like this girl was overlooked. So we do look forward to showing her again very soon. I ended up scratching her on Sunday just so I could show Alice because I didn't want anyone else showing Alice. Hill Valley Wonderland's Alice. I love this girl so much and how she blends and how just long and level she is. She ended up getting cut from her class at both of the rings on Saturday, and then on Sunday, of course, I don't have it written down, but she did a lot better on Sunday than she did Saturday, and the reason is because I was the one showing her versus a stranger, which is who we had before. So it's just a lesson for us. Just be, very picky on who handles your goats for you. Hill Valley, Watch This Madness. She came in fifth in a humongous class of juniors in one of the rings. And so we were actually really pleased with that. It's so hard to judge juniors. I'm not quite sure how the judges do it, but they were able to judge her. And like I said, she did extremely well in that ring, and we were very, very happy with that. Hill Valley, Mimo Mirabella. This is the first girl that Caden actually registered in his name because he chose to keep this doe as a retained doe out of Tuscany and Recall. And I think it was a really good choice. He ended up showing her. She placed right along there with Maddie. So wherever Maddie was, Mirabella was. So again, she did really well as well. So that's all for the placings. And, goat shows are so fun. You find people that you can relate with and talk with, and they totally get you and everything that you're trying to do. We're all working on something, if not more than one thing. So Caden has found his niche for sure. For the goats, it's very, it can be really stressful, but they actually are handling things like this really well because they're just getting used to the show atmosphere. We kept them hydrated, kept them in treats and hay. We just, watched them. We didn't leave them. We slept in tents near them, so it was a good time. Caden got to also meet one of the newer judges in ADGA, Cade Cockburn, and he has really wanted to meet him for some time now because he's young and Caden can really relate to him. So that was awesome. And so, with all that said, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and really, we will be headed to Knoxville here in just a couple weeks and doing it again, and we really, really look forward to seeing how we do there, and I will be a lot better at writing down our placings. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we hope you have a wonderful goat field day.